Solana faces a network-wide outage. We have Vladimir Putin and Tucker Carlson about to make history. And one of the greatest meme coins to ever exist just nearly hit $3 a unit. So we're going to be watching this and much, much more, all on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're going to screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
They could start chopping off fingers and they're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
400 to 600,000.
Do you
The
think it's
generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Oh my God, BJ. Always bringing up sentience. And, is quantum computing a scam?
It is.
All those things. You're always hitting me with the hard stuff. Early in the morning. What's up, everybody?
It's the
Hannah,
afternoon.
how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah? Doing great? I like it. I'm feeling like, today's, it's one of those days where it's like bad news in crypto, all this horrible stuff going on. So today to just stay focused on what we're here for. We have some pretty big stories breaking from the macro side as well. We'll obviously be getting into Owen and myself slightly out of our deathbeds. Owen seems a little bit more alive today, a little questionable. He's half tracksuit today. So, we're on our way back up.
You didn't
to the
ask
top
how I'm
here.
feeling.
How in the hell are you doing?
What are you,
BJ?
a cop?
I'm a Fed.
Yeah, I
okay?
see that.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
No. Tell me how your week. Your
still feel
orders are
poopy.
flowing in though. You're
It
kind of
is.
stressed about your business.
I know. Yeah, I gotta.
It's good to see.
Did you ship out your orders?
Some of them. I've got 70 to fill out.
That's a lot. You just got started, man.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, Amazon! I need my I got a shipping printing. Words are so hard right now.
It's really hard.
A shipping label printer that's supposed to be here by 10 o'clock tomorrow, and I was like, yeah, I need it now.
You're getting after it. I hope you all are getting after it in the chat. We got Blue Punk Rocker, Alexandra G, Indie Halo. I don't want to hear about Trump coin since I didn't get into it. Stop beating me down, please.
Never.
Shout out Patrick.
I
love
feel
you.
good that I don't own any, and I've been chilling it.
Yeah, the person
regardless.
who's not a Trump supporter in this building even told you about it.
I know. It's the media can't stop talking about him. That's the narrative here. Nicole Ministator, speaking of people that got in, we got Meanless, Jay Luke, Jay Baker, Crypto Breezy, a bunch of new names up in here. RC Rex, Drew P Balls. What's up, Hex fam? You are indeed in the wrong chat. If the Hex fam is looking for some sort of ESG shill love from myself to Richard Hart, you're not going to get it because I think he's full of shit. And his narrative that proof of work systems are destroying the environment is cuck bullshit. So that's my opinion on that. But that's just me. But here we go. All right. I'm going to jump right into the stories here. We got quite a bit of stuff to cover. This is the overscope what a lot of macro traders are looking at. This is from Crypto Rover talking about a breakout target for Bitcoin at the 50K range. He's been, likening this to a inverse head and shoulders. In general, I still feel bullish. It's getting, we're in this doldrums that we're in right now. It's harder and harder to hold that line, but we are, speaking of holding lines, essentially, really holding this shelf from 42K up to 43.5 very well. Sitting right at 43.1 right now, so it's not really too terribly bad. We did have some big losers today. We got a couple stories on why. Flare still up on the week, but down 4.5% on the day. Chainlink taking a little bit of a haircut, 18.59. Currently still up 18% on the week, and Pendle's still riding up there. So we'll be getting into the stories of why this happened. We had Monero dropping by 36%. Not good. The world keeps moving against privacy. It's a very, very ugly thing to see. Jupiter really shaving off. What up, Isaac? Come on in, buddy there. Mr. Isaac from the intern crew hanging out with us. We got a better camera for you. Go hop on that one so we don't have to open the other mic up. Oh yeah, Owen. Make sure the those extra mics are canceled out too. You know what I mean? We got a little bit additional things to do here in the basement these days. So 1 year not looking great for Jupiter. This is the month and the 7 day. My God, down to the 7 days. So this is unwell. BJ, what went wrong? Jupe airdrops, one of the greatest airdrops. They were, it went smooth. People got their stuff, and they offloaded in a big freaking way. Is this a coin that we should be paying attention to for a while or wait for it to I feel like we need to see how low this thing can go.
Yeah, I have no clue what the supply is or anything else.
It's very low. Circulating is only 13% out right now.
Yeah, out of what, 10 billy?
It is only 7 days old.
That is true.
It is only 7 days
I
old.
feel like network usage, the network failing is just not going to stop people.
Yeah.
It should. It's not going to. Like, I've been in the meme coin thing and I was talking about a lot of that, but I fundamentally still don't trust Solana. And then it's kind of funny that this happened. But
yeah,
I almost want that sign where it says number of days since accident. Because like a week or two ago, everybody was shilling. They're like, we've gone 360 days. It's the most we've gone without it going down. And then it goes down.
I know. So, yeah, this is a down bad graph. So
it's just funny that yesterday we talked about 62% of transactions failing.
Oh boy!
And then the next day,
here we go. We're getting right into it. Here's what they had to do. Anyone tried this? This is from Minister of NFTs.
Mini.
And this is a visualization of the devs on Solana fixing things up.
But why
here.
are they doing it with an N64? That was pretty much never an N64 problem.
Dude, I had to do that.
It was
for my
really
N64.
never an SNES problem.
And that was much more prevalent in SNES.
NES, you mean?
NES? Is that? It wasn't SNES?
Well, the Super Nintendo didn't have as much of an issue. As somebody who still actively speedruns on Nintendo, yeah, I deal with it all the time. But technically, this doesn't actually help it at all.
Yeah,
you just kind of get lucky because you're fidgeting.
It's the placebo effect, though.
Yeah, it's more of a 72-pin connector, and you're jiggle wiggling.
It's true. We got Solana block production halting. Validators confirmed a major outage. This is overnight. Obviously, while we're sleeping, the Solana blockchain experienced a major outage. Whoa, what just happened there? Major outage. We just had a major outage in the studio.
A big major
Let us know
outage.
if we're still live. We just had like a EMP hit us or something like that.
No, I think that's the GPU just moving around.
Oh, okay. Looks like halted block production for the network on February 6th. Engineers across the ecosystem are investigating the cause of the outage on the blockchain's main net data. The outage began around 10:22 UTC. According to status updates, mainnet beta is experiencing performance degradation. Block progression is currently halted. Core engineers and validators are actively investigating the Solana validator. What's going on, in my opinion, is every single time Solana moves to make an update, it goes down. It's been about... what is it? I think 11 months, 12 months since the last outage.
Yeah, I think they got slightly over 360 days.
Yeah, I mean, they made it for a while, you know what I mean? And give me a second here. I want to look something up. DZ is pointing out some really great stuff, putting out a pretty in-depth video on this very shortly. But, here is the kind of breakdown, a tweet from DZ this morning. After looking into it a lot more, should we do a breakdown of Solana's price action? I think he is planning on doing that. Just highlighting many different instances. This is one example. It takes a little bit of time in history. It usually was about a week after the outage where it saw a price correction. Additional information along with the consistency that, every time that there's an update pushed, within the 2 weeks, there is a network outage. So, we're going to see if this is user error, if this is dev error. I don't know. I don't know if they, you would imagine they did have a test net. I'd imagine that they did. So yeah, just an interesting thing to watch. Basically my sentiment on it is, let it get funded back down to $9, and I'll buy it because I know VCs back this thing. I know that there's this insanely bullish, committed community to Solana. So it's the same sentiment I had when it was $9. I thought it would definitely, reaccomplish that $100 mark. It's already done that. So in long term, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, does this concern you, Hannah? Like, what are the vibes out in the crypto Twitter realm where you're at?
On the way to work this morning, I was like, should I convert all of my Ethereum into Solana? Because I was thinking it would dump a little bit today, but it didn't really.
No.
Like, nothing happened.
No, it's still sitting.
I mean, at least Solana has deterministic gas fees.
It's true. Well,
Like, what's funny is, even though I don't trust Solana and I think there's some fundamental issues with it, they are more likely to fix them than Ethereum is. Like, I would take the S show known as Solana over that of ETH.
And I mean, you're gonna make money on Solana more than you would on ETH.
Yeah.
Right.
More
Point
than
blank.
likely.
Period. Probably. And
Best
last
case
night,
scenario, you 4x with Ethereum, which is still fantastic in traditional sense. I get it.
last night, Thread Guy was in a space, or yesterday I was listening to it, and he was talking about how it's taken Twitter like a long time. They've kind of stuck with their ways, with their ETH, and now they've all kind of transferred to Solana. Like Twitter, the degenerates on Twitter are all like interacting on Solana right now.
Because they don't have to deal with gas fees, so they can arbitrage, they can move stuff back and forth, they can pump and dump.
But they're saying
so
like
much
they
easier.
were kind of traditional in their ETH ways, and it took a while for them to transition. But now they've kind of accepted Solana. So I'm like, I kind of want to trade ETH to Solana, but then also, you know, today there is negative sentiment. There's a lot of trash talk about Solana going around. So I don't know.
It's rolling
I'm
around. I'd be
pondering.
careful shorting this market right now, though. In general, I'm just saying that I mean, I was even listening to Crypto Face. You know what I mean? Last night, amazing trader. If you don't follow Crypto Face for all the trading that he does, phenomenal at it. And he's stuck in a short right now. He's getting a lot of pretty interesting metrics showing kind of the overall money flow pattern for Bitcoin right now, hinting at something that hasn't been seen since 2016. And also, additionally, the early movement of Chainlink. So, you know, I would be careful shorting in this situation. We are kind of on that precipice where the markets are starting to heat up once again. You know, me personally, I'd just be waiting for a gigantic red dip to, you know, allocate some DCA or some funds into it and get exposure once and if that big pain comes.
I feel like if you rub Cujo's belly, you'll get that.
Rub Cujo's belly?
You said you were looking for a giant red.
Oh my God.
Oh, dip.
Tickles balls.
Oh my
Dip.
God.
That's what you said. Okay.
Oh man, that turned dark.
Did.
like the Jersey,
Welcome to the basement.
Yeah, very.
Drake trending on Twitter today.
What, a Jersey?
Jersey.
Oh God.
Jersey Drake. Okay, next.
What in the hell? I refuse to look at that.
He is not upset about it. Drake is chilling.
Really?
I saw it. I never looked at it though.
Okay.
He said he's
okay.
gonna make it the intro to his album.
Really?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Uncivilized.
Yesterday was ridiculous. I had to buy a fridge yesterday. There was something wrong with my fridge, and I had to buy a fridge. Isaac, how the hell are you doing? You're on the show.
I'm
God
doing
damn.
good. I'm doing good.
Do you know about crypto?
He knows
I
that.
barely
do know.
know you, so I don't know
Yeah.
anything. Tell me
No.
your life story. You got the crypto tracksuit.
Yeah, he's already there.
So you
Already
got
got
the
the crypto.
threads.
Yeah.
Yep. No, again, like I said when I was on last Tuesday, I got into crypto from my dad. And then I
Okay.
did like research, and I've been like dumping my brain with like
You've been all
nonstop
over
information.
it. I've been following your stuff. You're all over this. Have you really picking it up quick?
He's been in chat on every stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got dumped on for not having Cardano. So
Yes!
the same night I put like 30
I
into
own
Cardano.
Cardano. Don't let them shame you.
It's
okay.
okay. It was a good investment, but I
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, $0.
BJ, I got out at 40 cents.
Oh, that's why you're poor.
Oh my God. You know where that money went? It went in an avalanche at $10 though.
Whatever.
I'm
Got
just
out of
saying.
what?
Do you really want to make money? Is that really what you're about?
Well, no, I want to just lock it up and see 5% gains over the year. That's $0 Giro gifted a membership. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Giving that to ED Vids. Very, very cool. More room for beer. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Cardano. It's like it's been neck and neck with XRP at 50 cents. Successfully created its own silver dollar. Let's see here. My God, 49 cents. BJ, when will you call the devs?
Ask
This
them
is
to
the
do
year.
some.
I mean, Mithril's online now, too.
It did give some good velocity though. Mithril did just go live.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else.
It is. So more scaling.
And I also said it myself. They're setting up to be part of the real world asset narrative.
Oh, absolutely.
And everything that's plugging into that, I need to have some. Man.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine. Okay.
I'm cool with this being a stable
Fine.
coin at the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's a stable coin until it's not.
That's true.
That history definitely repeats that.
Let's
2017
see
it happened, 2021 it happened. It literally sits stagnant, like the boring 3 in high school, and then graduation happens and she's a 10, and you're like,
Tickle bits.
you're like, I screwed up.
All right.
That's what Cardano is going to do to you again and again.
This kind of interests me where it's sitting right now. I mean, there was a lot.
And wait, when was the last outage on Cardano?
Never. It never had an outage. So there is that.
Has there been enough activity for
Oh
there
my
to-
God, yes, there has been. Get out of here.
Just
That was the thing.
questioning
Whenever Johnny does that too, and he's just like, "Oh well, are you saying there's a bunch of dumb people that are using Ethereum and just dealing with a flawed system?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yes.
look at everyone who lives in this country.
Pretty much. I mean,
Look at everybody who did certain things the past 3 years that didn't do what they said it was going to do."
look who's on the thumbnail.
Look who's on the thumbnail. Is it me?
It's Joe Biden.
Oh, nice.
yeah, it's Joe
It's
Biden.
just like, look, dumb people do dumb things.
Yeah. Here's where Cardano's asleep until it's not. This is where the just insanity of Cardano really set in. You're right, BJ. It is asleep until it's not. It has essentially built, I mean, if it holds this little building of support right now, very similar to right before the big crashes down to the bottom of our recent gutter a year and a half ago were created.
Yeah. I mean,
it did hold on there
this
for
cycle
quite
you're
a bit.
10xing with conservatively you're 10xing with Cardano from here.
I will say that it is, in my opinion,
You're
for
hitting
myself.
$4.
Yeah, it's the safest 10x in my view.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot to be said for that.
There's
There's a lot to be said for
yeah,
that.
10x is
Right. And we see a lot of people try to hammer into Solana meme coins at the end of it, like last weekend. I mean, it's hard to make money in crypto if you're new to it.
Yeah.
So that's a responsible, especially if it's like your first cycle. Like Cardano is just outside of like the Ethereum, Chainlink, kind of coins that I feel strongly about as well. Cardano's right on up there. Do you think Cardano's going to hold within? Is it in the top 10 right now? I believe it is.
I think it should still be.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
think it's
take a look.
ever fallen out.
Let's take a look. I think it's number 8, if I'm not mistaken.
And also, like the USDC
It is number
narrative
8.
is still there. It's
number
it's like,
8.
does USDC once that's on Cardano, is that going to be the next catalyst?
Yeah.
Because obviously things like Hydra going online, Mithril going online, Milkomeda or Milkomeda, however you want to pronounce it, all these scaling solutions and everything else, it's like, is that enough? Or is it going to be something like Book, for example, where you start getting utilization from that?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be a stable coin? So it's like you have a lot of potential narratives there working forward.
Yeah.
It's the boring chain for people who don't care until they do. I mean, it's just all it takes is one person popping on there.
Theta is Godzilla. I remember Theta gathered a lot of attention last cycle. Let's see here. So let's talk about the 4-year cycle, kind of what we're looking at. A pretty interesting metric I came across this morning. It's from CryptoCon. People desperately want this time to be different for Bitcoin so they can get rich as fast as possible. Well, I don't subscribe to the idea, and I remain focused on the cycle top late 2025. I wanted to show an interesting piece of data that does say something different. In every cycle, the amount of active coins that's been held for 2 to 3 years rises exponentially. Usually, a little over halfway through the cycle, the group declines rapidly. What we see here after this, the time for the cycle top, which has been between a year and 6 months after the fact, the event has clearly occurred where the data pinnacles and starts the massive decline. Does this one piece of data suggest that we could see the cycle top as soon as late this year? Potentially. Cycle timing disagrees, just in general, but this is definitely interesting to look at. So I'll back up a little bit here.
Where's it showing the halving? This is basing it off total supply.
Yes, this is exactly supply last active 2 to 3 years.
So supply peak and then cycle top from that.
Right. And what it is highlighting here is you had this, pinnacle.
Well, is that not the halving?
It was right around that same time frame.
Well, the supply peak would be the same point, would it not?
It's having set up right now is just after this recent peak.
Like doesn't necessarily correlate, but I feel like it's very close.
It's kind of close. And
I'm probably wrong, but
well, in the pinnacle and rapid decrease in this 2-year supply, it's pretty clearly shown on the front end, right behind. Scoop my head out of the way so we can see this very first one. This one, kind of a minimal decline in that because there's a new network. But now, you move on to the second data point. We have steep decline, no sense of retracement, and then the cycle top followed 11 months from that point. The last bull market we had, oh wow, 1 year to the top from this steep decline in supply last active. So really what he's highlighting here is, we've kind of had an earlier time frame to see this supply last active take a nosedive, which might be hinting at a earlier blow off top for the cycle. Now, this is just one data point amongst many others, but it is something interesting to keep in mind. I'm still pretty much set on my opinion about where the cycle top is actually going to be. Still lands in the middle of this early call where we're saying the last month of 2024. And then macro pundits still sticking to that end of 2025. I am looking right in May, June of 2025 for my ladder out moment. I think it's going to happen just a little bit earlier than expected, but not a whole year earlier. So just something interesting to keep in mind, just in case we see that trend continue. Now we have President Obama's former deputy chief of staff and campaign manager, Jem Messina, says, I'm incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. I am now going to short the market because I dislike Obama that much. No, I'm just kidding. I'm buying Bitcoin right now, and I will bet you my Porsche Bitcoin gets back to $60,000. Very conservative call. I don't really feel like playing this. Kind of interesting to see the top echelon of society and kind of the leaders in their dark groups finally admit that they're bullish on Bitcoin. It's a little refreshing, feels a little bit icky at the same time, though, because I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. I feel like this whole system was built to get around the controls that these same people put in place to begin with. And to see them kind of putting the backwards hat on and join the party and be one of the cool kids, it's got mixed feelings, gotta say. It's got mixed feelings. I don't think Bitcoin needed an ETF to reach all-time highs again. It actually would probably be more sound and safe in the long term if it didn't have these things instituted, because now we face the massive potential of being manipulated into the middle of the sun by the strongest asset manager on the planet outside of the Middle East, which is BlackRock. So something to keep in mind. We have this. Nancy Pelosi's portfolio has once again hit an all-time high, a new all-time high, up 84.3%. This year alone, her positions have made over $3 million in gains. Absolutely fantastic. Big shout out. Her and CryptoFace, maybe the best traders on the planet. So, don't fade those gains. Let's see here. Could someone make a Big Mike token? I don't know. I don't think so. Big
Mike?
Oh my God. A Big Mike token? That could be huge.
Like Jordan?
No, we're talking about you don't know Big Mike?
I guess I don't.
You don't know Big Mike? This is a deep cut. This is a
I see that.
This is a deep cut. Well, I think Big Mike is one of the potential people / women / whatever that could be going up against Mr. Trump in the 2024 election. So that's not a bad idea for someone to be keeping out on.
Woman
Yes.
named Big Mike.
Oh, Jesus. That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut. Right?
Wow.
It's almost as deep as the cuts on their shoulders. I mean,
oh, wow.
like honestly,
wow, we went there.
Probably could bench about 400 pounds.
Probably.
Maybe. It really looks like it. Here's Trump token. Nicole Ministator having a hoot out there. Shout out to you with probably one of the most violent and disgusting profitable candles I've ever seen in my entire life. This is daily, and these are two singular daily candles. First daily candle bottomed at $1.40, pumped up to right about its previous all-time high at $2.39, fell back down, and holy hell, went from $1.90 up to just under $3 for a meme coin. Based on, in my opinion, someone that's probably going to get elected.
I mean, based on being based.
It is very based. It is very based, extremely based. And don't get me wrong, there's things that I can go against and riff on about what I didn't like about Trump. First of all, the wall was already started under Obama. So Obama started the wall, or actually continued the project. The reason that it wasn't able to be finished because the cartel were shooting at the construction firms.
And fractional reserve banking went to zero under Trump.
I know, that too.
That's relevant.
Project Warp Speed.
That's relevant.
And the bump stock movement. Those are the things.
Relevant.
Those are the things. He went after bump stocks. It's garbage. It's 2A stuff, but basically just don't infringe on me. Don't try to take rights away from things that I have God-given rights to protect myself and my family, and I do not plan on handing that over to any tyrant ever. So there's that. So we're looking at this. Tucker Carlson heading over to actually interview President Vladimir Putin. He has done so. This is confirmed by the Moscow bureau chief, citing a Russian journalist, Alexei. I'm not going to say it. So I'm going to be looking out for this interview. I think it's a pretty damn important interview to have to get the conversation going with the country that's kind of at the forefront of leading what is rolling out to be World War III. Dialogue is important. So, and just use a rubber band, you guys. That's exactly right. Bullish on parade. I was going to say, bump stocks, they basically just use the action of the recoil to punch the unit forward again, kind of automatically. But it's not even close to what actual automatic fire is. So, rubber band, a quick fix. We also have Sweden closing.
I have rubber band man stuck in my head.
I know, you should. Oh God, was that a song or a band?
Rubber band man.
I remember that
something
broke
with the Taliban.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. Wasn't it?
No, that was college for me.
That was college for you.
Yeah, so that's like 04, 05.
We're talking the 60s.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm that old. I hate
you. Sweden has closed the investigation into the Nordstream Pipeline explosion. Swedish Public Prosecutor's Office was apparently unable to identify any specific subjects.
No way.
Well, let's see what we got here.
It's like for how much satellite footage we have, I'm pretty sure we saw a little boat going out there.
Here's a boot that they left behind. Independent Nordstream expedition discovered a clue missed by official investigators. Gray Zone participated in what appears to be the first independent expedition investigating the sabotage of Nordstream Pipeline. Was he? Oh God, I didn't even catch that. We discovered a diving boot used by U.S. Navy divers. How did Swedish investigators miss this? On the evening of May 24th, 2023, stood aboard a small ship called the Baltic Explorer with the sun still high overhead. The boat anchored 30 nautical miles from the coast of Denmark, directly above the ruptured Nord Stream 2 pipeline.
Allegedly.
So the Gray Zone has identified a model which closely resembles this boot, and it is used by both the U.S. Navy and commercial divers. So there is some, ambiguity there. Could be commercial divers, could be the U.S. Navy. Ukrainian Navy divers had also been seen wearing similar boots. Very interesting, but here is a little bit deeper cut of this. This is Uncle Joe talking about this.
God, I love the ASL people on the side.
I know. An actual sentence?
This is going to be really nice. Let's settle in for this one.
There will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that? Exactly, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control.
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it.
The amount of people you can show that to, and the best is like Condoleezza Rice from 2014 before they put Zelensky in power saying the same thing. It's like, it behoove America to make it so there's a reason Europe is beholden to us for power. But it's like, what the
That's insane.
No, he never said that. Are you serious?
Yeah. It's pretty crazy to think that
Like, he said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah. And look at the picture. Look at her face. The sign language lady. She gets it, man.
Yeah.
She gets it.
She's
Look
like,
at her. She's like, what the fuck did you just say? What is your problem,
freeze,
bro?
What did he just say?
Yeah. So there it is.
So good.
Oh man, I don't want to get Snowdened, but I'll just present the historical information we have and let you make that decision for yourself on who did that one. Biggest rug pull of his history, potentially, maybe not. The Crime Act of 94 or 92?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
That was a good rug pull. He really rug pulled the people that voted Democrat back then, too. Everyone forgot about that, imprisoning certain
black people.
Yeah.
There's no way around that.
Wasn't that the 3-strike rule?
I don't know which one it was, but he incarcerated more black people than like any other president.
Yeah. And here he is, pandering. So
guys, just don't think about that. It never happened. It's like, holy shit.
We have this from Finance a Lot. Bowl earnings have had some rumblings. Bolero. It's a company that owns a lot of different bowling alleys.
Oh, you should go up. Look, it's the Jesus.
Oh, I know. Look at
We
they
have
had a
one here.
video. Do you have a Bolero here?
So,
Well, I
yeah.
think the ones that are owned in my town are owned by Bolero too. They're a big. Look at that.
That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, he's this guy's a big deal. Jesus, I can't remember. He really didn't get his ass kicked in that movie. Like I thought that. Oh God, what's his name? Goodman? Was it John Goodman?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Goodman was going to take him out of that movie. He never did. Bolero's short interest has jumped to 93.48% since the settlement date, almost 2 weeks old. Current short interest is likely close to 100. Nearly the entire, side of this market is betting against this company. Where is Wall Street Bets on this one? An interesting little situation going on. I do enjoy bowling, but it would just be sad to see the bowling alleys lose it, man. I know bowling alleys had a hard time during COVID because they had to, kind of change. Oh, you found your snake, Owen? Hold on. Owen found his snake. This is breaking news. Okay, we're going here.
Sure.
Oh my God. All right, we got the snake. Where'd you find this?
Ball python?
Yeah.
Where did you find
A
it?
really pretty one.
That's pretty nice. Was it hiding under your bed the
That's
whole
a
time?
tiny snake.
It's a cutie though.
Yeah, I found him. He was in the ceiling of my basement, but I found him under the stairs.
You found him under the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really pretty snake.
We're gonna have to check the snake chart now. Hold on.
Snake.
Yeah, we got to see the snake chart every time this comes
Dude, I
up.
want a snake.
Oh no, this is bearish for snake. What do we got here? A little sell-off going on.
No, whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's a meme
Go
coin.
back
So.
up eventually.
Way it goes here. This is where the real action's at. I might be taking a little toe dip if it comes back down into this area here. Another one that might be coming back for me. Oh boy.
I'm not selling any of this shit anytime soon, so I'm like, whatever.
Man.
I'm so up anyway.
Yeah, this one's coming
Same
back
thing like
down.
whiff and all that stuff. It's like I'm down, like,
This is meme coins.
but I'm like absolutely ridiculously up.
Yeah.
So like I'm down from what I could have.
And you
had.
got to be patient on meme coins. You can't just hammer into them.
Yeah.
You got, like this one, I think is going to have a big narrative ongoing as well. JC coin might be giving me a little moment, a chance
such
to
a
get in.
baby market cap.
I know it is 18 mil.
18 million.
So there's opportunities to be found in there.
Yeah, whiff on its massive dip is still 200 plus million.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
These are very early on charts that we're looking at here. Now, where we are, speaking of meme coins, is under the fiscal policy we're currently at with the United States, the debt to GDP ratio of the U.S. is projected to hit 200% within 20 years. Prior to 2020, the debt to GDP ratio in the U.S. was 100%. And prior to 2008, it was 60%, where we're actually slightly, doing well. We're slightly in the black. Current estimates show the U.S. hitting $50 trillion in debt by the year 2023. Interesting timing, 2023, in connection to, they were talking about Social Security running out.
2033.
Well, yeah, 2033. That's when they were saying Social Security run out.
Yep.
You know,
so why we're paying it, I don't know.
You know why we're paying a lot of these things, I'm starting to really heavily question at the moment. This means the U.S. will add 218 million in debt every single hour until 2033, and that's at the current rate we're at right now. Just imagine what would happen if the Fed doesn't, in fact, achieve a soft landing. This obviously is unsustainable. Under current policies, the debt outstanding will grow to 200%. Here's just a visual graph on that growth. Does look like a meme coin nearing its top, but I would like to say from a graph perspective, man, this thing's got to cool down. But you pair that with the irresponsible macroeconomic moves of our current elected leaders and past ones, and that idea goes out the window. It seems that the lunatics are in charge of the asylum, and we are, in fact, driving off a cliff, just maybe a little bit slower than I would assume. So pretty ugly situation unrolling on that side. Again, just more reasons why I am in crypto. We have this. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm interested in what this says. This is Janet Yellen. This broke just before we went live. Let's have a listen. Let's check it out.
Council is focused on digital assets and related risks, such as from runs on crypto asset platforms and stable coins, potential vulnerabilities from crypto asset price volatility, and the proliferation of platforms acting outside of or out of compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Applicable rules and regulations should be enforced, and Congress should pass legislation to provide for the regulation of stable coins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities. We look forward to continuing to engage.
Interesting.
So let's say I took out every time she said stable coin or crypto and replaced it with USD.
Yeah.
It would have been the same exact thing.
Pretty much.
Like,
It's something interesting. Let's listen to this again, though.
Why don't you stay in your lane and regulate the thing you've already ruined?
I think she just said crypto on exchanges are not securities. Let's listen again.
She did.
Not securities.
We
look forward to provide for the regulation of stable coins and of the spot market for crypto assets that are not securities.
Maybe just pointing, I mean, that, is still to be like the ultimate, consistent questioner here. She might just be referring to the things that have already been deemed non-securities, like Bitcoin. I think Ethereum's as well in that pack. But it will be interesting to see how Congress handles this and their balance of who's doing what with the SEC. Obviously, we've seen a little bit of contention. That contention has died down a bit. All the calls from Tom Emmer and Warren Davidson to rein in their controls have seemed to gone a little bit quiet. So I'm kind of worried about that actually losing steam. We definitely need to keep the pressure up on that, or we'll be barred from owning these assets that we're so excited about. So something interesting there. The way she's like why do we have someone that's been around? How old is Jenny Yellen?
Too old. She's
like why is she in charge of regulating this like brand new technology?
Because
that's
with age comes wisdom.
Okay, with technology,
for new technologies.
Oh my God! You see, that's where you lose me. It's like it's like a completely different technology. Kind of concerning that
she's over there with her Palm Pilot with her AOL email address,
right?
Trying to tell me about innovation.
Still telling me about email being a scam. Very weird situation. But
the only snack she knows about is on her Nokia.
We had this from Look On Chain, just highlighting some institution, don't know what yet, is accumulating Chainlink right now, noticing a total of 47 fresh wallets, withdrawing 2,200,000 Link, worth $42 million from Binance over the past 2 days. That is a whole hell of a lot of Link. Man, they got much, much bigger bags than me. So interesting to see going on.
Bigger.
What's that?
Not much bigger.
I mean, slightly bigger. Slightly bigger.
I know how much you have.
Oh, I mean, I wish I had that much, man. I'd be.
The amount you have was on that list.
Oh, please. Where is it? No, you're wrong. I'm not that high up.
No, I'm trying to get you to dox yourself.
I'm not even that cool either. Yeah, I mean, it's a large portion of my portfolio, but this is a massive wallet, $42 million worth of it. Chainlink's a very strong, altcoin or blue chip in my opinion, but that's a hell of a position to be taken right now. We had this, Hannah, this is the Web3 social protocol you had brought up, I believe, yesterday, Farcaster. Lens versus Farcaster. I don't even know what the hell Lens is. How fast is the crypto market moving over my head right now? Every day there's like a new social media platform. There's, what is going on with these two social protocols? Is there activity on this? Is this actually something that's going to take off in your opinion? What the hell are we looking at here?
I'm still learning. I'm not too familiar with the Lens protocol, but I found out yesterday this is the narrative that's going around right now. So Lens protocol existed and it had like the majority of users on Lens. Farcaster is essentially a competitor for Lens protocol.
Okay.
A lot of people are really impressed with Farcaster, and apparently it's been around for like 2 years. Or actually, I'm not sure of the timeline, but like it's been around for a minute, years. Yeah. And it was created by Coinbase, Coinbase people, two guys from Coinbase, and it's more for like developers. It's like a sophisticated SoFi platform, so they said it's like smart people posting on it, but you can post on Farcaster, and a lot of people are bullish. They think this is going to be around like for like a few months at least. We'll be talking about
a few months at least.
What are you laughing about?
He slipped in probably the worst joke of my life. Worst day of my life.
You're getting canceled.
Don't even ask me. It's the same thing as looking up the Drake thing, whatever you're talking about. I've been warned to not look up the Drake thing. Don't look up what was just said. Okay. And if you're in the chat, just forget what you just heard.
Okay.
Just forget what you just heard.
But apparently, like on Farcaster, so it's like a SoFi app. I'm still trying to sign up. My app is not working correctly on my phone.
Existence.
But you can mint NFTs like directly embedded in the app. So it's something with like the code. It's new technology that they built.
Okay. And you got one of the founders from Coinbase?
It was two guys from Coinbase. I don't know what they did there.
On Lens or Farcaster side?
Farcaster
side. Okay.
But I think we're going to hear about this for like a while. So
interesting. I mean, people that helped develop Coinbase, they got some ins. So that's something to look out for. The Stars Arena thing, man, that when I opened the app first and it didn't really work, like the user interface didn't work, is it the same problem or the site's just not loading in general right now?
Yeah, I just created my account and I closed out of the app, or like my phone went black, like locked, and since then it's been like processing. I can't get to the next screen.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's me or if that's a problem on their end, but it's been around for a minute, so it shouldn't be like too much of an issue, not the same as Stars Arena.
Well, can't get lucky if you're at the fair. You're trying to get logged into I'll watch this thing. I'll see if it really takes off. This is kind of interesting to see these competing crypto-focused social platforms try to take off. A nice gift of 5 memberships. 2Pump Crypto Chump. What a G. Yes, that is awesome. God, the chat's letting me know about what the hell the Drake thing was. Son of a bitch. Didn't he like paint his fingernails or something like that recently too?
I think it was pink.
Yeah, it was like pink or something. He's been giving me the weirdest vibes in all of media right now.
Then he performed WAP on stage at a concert.
What the hell is WAP?
Wet ass plutonium.
Oh, jeez.
That too.
Drake's
my God.
Worship and praise.
Oh my God.
But that's not the WAP most people know.
Oh my God. This world is moving in very fast ways. Very fast ways indeed. Here's Binance delisting my favorite privacy coin, and just another shot to privacy in general. It's from Jenna X Crypto, friend of the channel. Binance delisting XMR Monero. Bad sign for Monero. Let's see where we're sitting right now. If it is still down,
was it down 36%?
It's down 38 now. Oh man, it is sliding. This is not well. God damn. The ethos of this, the idea of freedom that Bitcoin is built on and these privacy coins built on. I mean, the graph doesn't tell me it's dying. I mean, as long as it's fallen down to that $100 death to point though right now, basically from a chart perspective, like if this thing breaks this level at about $100, I'd be watching out to hit this lower shelf at around $60. That sucks to say, but from a chart perspective, I can't spin it any other way. Let's go to a little bit wider of a time frame here. Oh man, this is the death of freedom before our eyes. Why do we only have that much data? All right, so yeah, this is basically what I'm watching. If we can hold this previously flipped resistance level all the way back in 2019, which was built upon from there, crash down to, this is when the markets were absolutely collapsing, all the chaos of FTX, and the final death blow that it brought with it dragged Monero down to that $100 level on in June of 2022. Almost retested again, November 22, has been building up, looking pretty decently healthy, and then son of a biscuit. So this is not well. We only have ourselves to blame. But honestly, Binance really, they fought hard against the DOJ. They fought hard. CZ really stuck his neck out for the ethos of decentralization, I feel like. And he's paying the price for it now in litigation with the DOD. Obviously, they don't want technologies like this just running rampant, especially on the world's largest exchange. So now we see this, hopefully the diamond-handed privacy maxis out there like myself be able to hold this line.
Mind your biz.
Yeah, mind your biz. Mind your biz is huge on Monero.
Oh, yeah.
Every day he has a post about how much Monero equals how much Bitcoin. No, I have not gotten the Vision Pro boosted to JZ. The more clips that I see about the Vision Pro, the more bearish I get.
Catching Pokemon around the building in one.
Oh, yes. Look at this guy.
Can see it, so check it out. I have been using this thing. Let's just move these a little bit. I have been using this guy nonstop. I have not left my room for a couple days. I've just been using it just hours on end. You're just gonna love it.
Shit. This is the reality of the situation. This is amazing. Obviously, he's meme lording there, but it's not honestly too far from the truth. In a few years, I really don't think that the Vision Pro is going to last that long, though. It looks awkward.
It doesn't look like he did either.
Yeah, no, I mean, he didn't last long. I mean, multiple times.
That was the joke.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't hold it together.
I mean, somebody could do the math on that. If he had been in there in 24 hours, we're assuming he's using one Kleenex at a time. There were like 200 Kleenexes there.
Let's try to count here.
Yeah,
it's a couple days, so we're
So
gonna say
60 times
2
24.
solid days.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
we could do the math on it,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can only count right around maybe 18 that we see
There's
right
like
there.
50.
864.
And that's if they're lightly crumbled up. That's a lot of work. I'm very bearish on people living their lives.
Understand this joke? Poor Hannah. She comes into work every day. She understands.
Yeah, she deals
she's
with
getting
us.
into.
Unbelievable. I think it's a disconnection from humanity, man. I really do. Like the Vision Pro, it's just hasn't anyone seen Demolition Man? Have you seen Demolition Man?
He doesn't know how to use the 3
You've
shells.
never seen Demolition Man? That's why. Hannah.
I didn't. The Oculus never impressed me in an Apple.
We're
VR.
talking about 3 shells now.
No, we're still
What is
trying to stay on
that?
Oculus.
The Oculus. I mean, the Apple thing. It definitely looks a lot better than the Oculus, but still, it's just like no. I feel like it make you nauseous. It's just not there yet. Not quite. But 10 different screens watching different sports games, and then you could have X open on the side with live updates, and you could be like talking like live updates.
I mean, Casey Neistat did actually a really good video of it, of him walking around in New York, and it's like the idea of having a bunch of monitors doesn't seem that conducive and awesome until you're sitting down like in the middle of nowhere and say like you need to be doing crypto charts while emailing, while doing this, and it's like there's certain places where actually it seems really awesome.
There was a video
But,
too
like,
on
as
X.
a giant clunky apparatus on your head, the current version, like this is the worst the Vision Pro will ever be.
Yeah. What were you saying, Hannah?
There's some cool things.
There was a video on X of this guy walking around his apartment, and you could like see his apartment, and he had like a YouTube video with a cooking tutorial over his stove.
Yeah.
And like in different areas of his house, he had different screens with.
Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, that will enhance
Now
your
the
life.
question is the ELU.
Not for $3,500, and not it's big and bulky.
Has anybody gone through the ELUA?
No.
I mean, this is literally real-time mapping your entire space.
Yeah, absolutely. And your retina. I mean, it's biometric data housing too.
Like you walk by, they know exactly where all the stuff is in your house.
Yeah.
Like everything.
And haven't we seen a parabolic increase in depression in first world countries since the implementation of social media? Have we not seen that? Have we not seen suicides
Actually, I can't comment
increase
on
like
that
crazy?
because I don't have the data in front of me, but I'm willing to do a 50-cent bet that is true.
Yeah, I'm feeling very strong that it is true. I would guarantee that's true. And now we see this, suicide is this turned into this first world problem. People connected hyper intensely through social media and apps on our phone already. And we see that number of suicides and depression increasing. This worries me that we're going to make that go parabolic if we tag on 5 other systems that are simultaneously running while you're ignoring your wife, your kids, your family, everything that's around you, to pay attention to 6 different things going on. And plus the loss of focus. The loss of focus. Focus is very, very important. And I think that, having the ability to completely dismantle my focus at hyperspeed now, because I can have 7 different things running at the same time, I think is very detrimental.
There's a reason I have never put TikTok on my phone, and nor will I. You want to talk about an ELUA that nobody reads.
Yeah.
So TikTok, basically you're agreeing to a full-time keylogger.
Yeah.
And anything that it logs, you're giving it access to log into.
Right.
Whereas people are like, oh, what's the big deal? I'm like, okay, they can log into your email, your bank, your OF. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, it's like the fact that like anybody would agree to that.
Yeah.
Like it is just full. They have access to everything. So it's like if they logged into your bank account and then moved a bunch of money around, you went to sue them. It's like, well, you gave them full rights and full privilege.
Yeah.
So what they did was not illegal.
And Jay-Z says it perfect. I would rather buy night vision goggles, and me as well. That gives you hyper intense focus, maybe even some thermals, instead of wearing this apparatus to intensify your internal depression and give you more distractions to hide the underlying issues. I think that that's a problem for people. On Easter for Jesus Coin, Lee is saying interesting.
You mean Ishtar?
Ishtar.
Ishtar?
Is that a deep cut from, are we going to Israel?
No, Ishtar is the Hindu holiday for fertility and other things.
How is it?
Which is kind of funny.
Interesting.
Easter. It's like, oh, it's like they stole everything.
Is it at the same time?
That I do not know.
I almost brought up yesterday the Indian famine. 1943 to 1944, 4 million Indians starved to death within the span of 1 year, while the rest of the world was hyper-focused on the 6 million that died at the hands of Hitler in the span of 4 years. In India, they died from starvation because the British colony was sending the rice they were producing to allied nations. So those who win write the history books, as we've learned over time.
Getting that arsenic rice?
Oh, God.
Yeah, you want some prepper stuff? Look at where you're buying your rice from. Do not buy it from India.
Oh, wow.
Arsenic
really?
Sits in the water table real hard.
Yeah.
And it is one of the highest there.
Okay, I got to check my bags.
Always check.
I got to check my bags now. Yep. You got me freaked out.
Do not buy it from India.
Okay.
I don't eat rice anyways, so I'm not worried.
So good,
oh, my God.
Where's good rice from?
Yeah, where's the good rice then? Where's
you can get Cali and other stuff like that. But the one place you do not want is Indian rice.
Rice is one of those weaponized goods, man. It's something that, you see UN nations and allied nations basically keeping countries that are currently basically just stuck to the pittance that they're given from the UN.
Ignorant point. What did I say? I want to actually know.
The first ignorant point I've ever heard.
Rice or the Ishtar thing?
Ishtar? Oh, God.
One or the other.
We should start playing Shrapnel live on the air sometime, too.
I
thought this was
Shrapnel.
interesting.
I really would love to work with them.
Yeah?
Not going to lie.
The game looks sick.
It looks really fun.
The game
I like
looks
what they're
sick.
doing.
I got some other stuff here. This is kind of insane. This is more just for prepper day-to-day stuff here. Please have your wits about you. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. This was an Uber ride.
Can you drive away?
What in the fuck are they doing? Just sitting there literally with the car parked, calmly, can you please drive away?
Well, it's not parked, it's moving, isn't it?
No, I mean, barely. It was going like a mile an hour.
Well, yeah, it's not going fast.
Yeah, this is going a mile an hour. And they're just sitting there getting rampaged on, like casually, like, hey, maybe he just still wants to talk, even though he's trying to punch my window out and open the door and attack the customer that's in the back of my car. Where is the fight or flight instinct in this country? My God. And monetarily, that fight or flight instinct has been well alive inside my bones for years on end. But now that I see us cooking in deals for the border where we have to supply arms to the Ukraine to have the allowance to shut down our own sovereign nation from being invaded, has made me question the very intrinsic overscope of, am I being represented by these lizard people at the tops of governments? I feel that answer is a hard no at this moment, and it has me heavily questioning. Honestly, they owe me a lot of money back. That's how I feel at this point with taxes and all that. But my God, people, please keep your wits about you. There's this guy again, and here's that outage again. So I think we got through most of the stories here. We'll highlight this. Yesterday, Ripple versus the SEC had a court delivering game-changing XRP ruling. Landmark decision. District Court of Southern District of New York has ruled in favor of the Securities and Exchange Commission. And this is a first small win in a long time for the SEC in this case in a prolonged legal battle with Ripple Labs. Per the document filed on February 5th, the court ordered Ripple to provide detailed financial statements from 2022 to 2023, post complaint contracts, and respond to questions regarding institutional XRP sales. This move could significantly impact the case's outcome. And the time frame where we're looking for this case to be fully wrapped up is around April 17th of this year. It's coming right up, actually. So we'll be watching for that. Honestly, still feel like, a win for XRP in this situation beyond what it's already won. It's already won the fact that it's not a security on secondary sales on exchanges. Now the kind of internal workings of Ripple Labs on the early time frame of the project being released and where those funds went to and were allocated are falling under heavy scrutiny right now. It's kind of an interesting thing to see roll out. Let me know in the chat, is XRP going to win 2 out of the 3 as we've seen so far, or are they going to take all 3 cases to the winning table against the SEC? Let me know what you think in the chat. Definitely interesting thing. So what's on the agenda? You going to go set up ATB now? Who we got on ATB coming on the show?
Oh goodness gracious.
Caught you slipping.
Yeah, you got me when my laptop's dead.
Yep.
We got either Blood or Piano Maddie B. We got
Blood.
Jackie.
Okay, yeah.
Jacqueline
Oh,
Dutton.
Jackie Dejan?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Jackie, mother of Dejans, and one more. Thinking Crypto.
Okay. Nice
we have
to
4
see
guests today, actually. Come to ATB 4 p.m.
Yeah,
the other
make
2 are
sure.
a surprise.
We're also going to have Blood here on Thursday. So we'll have Crypto Blood calling in on Thursday. And going to reach out to Matty B, see if he wants to do another Friday deal. But I know BJ's very busy. He's got to get back to running a very successful Thumbfin business.
Oh my God.
He's got to go beat up some. I'm serious. You've been busy. You've been busy, have you not? Isaac, thanks for joining us again.
Of course, thank you.
You're in a tracksuit all of a sudden, so
Yep.
this makes sense. You're gonna be hanging out with Johnny a lot more, I assume.
Did you go from scene kid to tracksuit kid?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. It happens quick, man.
Wait,
That's what crypto does.
is this Johnny as intern?
No. Johnny Childs. He's always rocking the tracksuits and stuff
Oh, you're
like
saying
that.
because they're twinning.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be
BJ even
DJs
has
together.
a good one. BJ has one of the best tracksuits I've seen.
We should just have a tracksuit day.
I think you wore it yesterday. It was like the one with the huge.
There's the black
patches.
one, and then I have a ridiculous one, which one of my favorite stories is when I was hanging out with he who will not be mentioned in Vegas, and he was wearing his like Gucci tracksuit, and I guess was objectively famous.
Yeah.
And I was wearing a $20 Amazon suit, and the amount of people who stopped me for photos while just ignoring the shit out of him. And I was like, I'm a nobody. But people just look at me, it's like, dude, the $20 Amazon tracksuits, they play.
Yeah. We should have call-in guests on the show. That's something we mentioned. We do have the technology.
We have the technology.
So maybe if you're in the chat, comment down below if you want to give a shout and let me know your opinions on crypto markets. I think that'll be the best way. I definitely go through the comments on YouTube. So if you are interested, let me know down in the comments below. We're going to be getting after it, setting up a couple more streams, check out what else is broke on the crypto news side and see if any good price actions come. But until next time, we bid you adieu. Goodbye.